The Oklahoma City Thunder have quite a short history, if you do not count the time this team was known as Seattle Supersonics. They moved to OKC in 2008, a year after Sam Presti took over the GM position, and the team drafted one of the best scorers ever, Kevin Durant. Since then, the Thunder have been a very solid team and one of the fan favorites, with many young players growing into superstars while in OKC. It all started with Presti taking over the GM job in 2007 as a 30-year-old. The team's owner, Clay Bennett, was all in on Presti, who in the next 15 years was the mastermind behind many excellent draft picks, was able to bring in superstar talent in a small market like Oklahoma City, and gather so many first-round draft picks that the Thunder have a bright future ahead of them. After reaching the NBA Finals in 2012 with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, the Thunder were a contender in the seasons to follow, but all three superstars who won the MVP award in the 2010s were gone. Harden was traded to the Rockets in 2012, and Durant signed with the Warriors in 2016. With KD gone, Westbrook became the main man on the team. He took OKC to the playoffs by himself in 2017, winning the MVP award along the way. In the offseason, the Thunder traded Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis to the Indiana Pacers in exchange for Paul George, and then landed Carmelo Anthony from the New York Knicks. The new Big Three did not click as expected, and Melo left OKC after only one season. In 2019, Westbrook was traded to the Houston Rockets for All-Star Chris Paul, 2 protected first-round picks, and 2 first-round pick swaps. Days later, Presti sent George to the Los Angeles Clippers and got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Danilo Gallinari, 5 first-round draft picks, and the rights to swap 2 other first-round picks in return. Gilgeous-Alexander was coming off his rookie season with the Clippers, averaging 10.8 points per game, and even though his talent was unquestionable, not many could have predicted at that point that he would become one of the best scorers in the league. That year, the Thunder selected Brandon Clark 21st overall, but traded him to Memphis. Presti did a great job signing Lou Dort, who went undrafted to a 2-way contract. At that moment, the team looked completely different. And even though Chris Paul was still in his prime, it wasn't expected of him to stay long in a rebuilding situation. The point guard played in OKC only 1 season, and then Presti traded him and Abdel Nader to the Phoenix Suns for Kelly Oubre Jr., Ricky Rubio, Ty Jerome, Jalen Leck, and the 2022 protected first-round pick who turned into Peyton Watson. Going into the 2020-21 season, the Thunder had many talented players on the roster but lacked identity, which was common for teams that were going through a rebuilding process. In the 2020 NBA Draft, the Thunder selected Emmanuel Quickley 25th overall, but trading him to the Knicks. What they got on that draft was Aleksej Pokusevski, a 7-foot Siberian who was drafted 17th overall by the Timberwolves. At that point, it was a reality that the Thunder would definitely need to start all over, but Presti was not afraid of the new challenge. He did not want to rush and took the time to rebuild another respectful team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got the ball in his hands and proved that he has the talent to lead the team. The Thunder finished the 2020-21 season second to last in the conference with 22 wins. In 2021, the Thunder drafted Josh Giddey with the 6th pick, who was immediately inserted into the starting lineup. The 19-year-old Australian brought versatility to the Thunder team and was named to the all-rookie second team. Trey Mann, a point guard from Florida, was selected 18th overall with a pick received in the Paul George trade. In the second round, the Thunder selected Aaron Wiggins with the 55th pick, a shooting guard from Maryland who managed to get a spot on the roster. It was obvious the team was heading in the right direction. Gilgeous-Alexander averaged 24.5 points per game, but played in only 56 games in the season. Again, the Thunder finished 14th in the Western Conference with 24 wins and had a total of 26 different players on the roster that season. Things started to get much better in the 2022 offseason. The Thunder had the 2nd overall pick, selecting Chet Holmgren. He was seen as an elite talent, but unfortunately, Holmgren suffered a season-ending injury in the offseason and missed the entire 2022-23 season. Holmgren was not the only first-round pick for the Thunder that year. They landed Ousmane Dieng, a Frenchman who came from New Zealand and was drafted by the Knicks 11th overall. The Thunder had the 12th pick from the Paul George trade and used it to select Jalen Williams. The shooting guard from Santa Clara was not among the top prospects, but quickly became one of the key role players on the team. Jalen Williams from Arkansas was selected 34th overall. Going into the season, the Thunder picked up Isaiah Joe, who was waived by the Sixers. That year, Gilgeous-Alexander became an all-star and finished as the 4th best scorer in the league, averaging 31.4 points per game. Giddey was all around the floor, averaging 16.6 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per game. Jalen Williams played a great role in the Thunder starting lineup, leading the team with 51.2% shooting from the field, and Dort was an elite defender, often locking down the best scorers in the league. Going into the season, Presti did not make significant changes to the roster. He added 2 European stars who can make an impact on the team. Latvian shooter Davis Bertans came from Dallas and has been in the league for 8 years now. The Thunder also signed one of the best European point guards, Vasilije Micic. The Serbian was drafted by the Sixers in 2014 and is a 2-time EuroLeague champion, 2-time leading scorer, and 2021 EuroLeague MVP. With the experience from last year and the rise of Gilgeous-Alexander to an elite scorer, the Thunder look like a legit championship contender. Currently, Shai is the 3rd best scorer in the league and an unquestionable all-star. Chet Holmgren fully recovered from the injury and is having a fantastic season on both ends of the floor, being one of the best shooters in his position in the league. Everyone was talking about Victor Wembanyama being the top rookie, but Holmgren is now the front runner for the Rookie of the Year award. The Thunder have the highest shooting percentage from the free throw line and 3-point territory and are ranked 2nd in field goal percentage. They are 4th in the league in points per game and 8th in steals per game. Their offensive ranking is 5th in the league and are ranked 6th in defensive ranking. OKC looks very good so far this season, and knowing how many trade assets Presti has, it would be no wonder if he pulls another one from the sleeve and makes the Thunder the front runners in the championship race. The Thunder currently have 15 first-round draft picks and the best possible assets to trade for players who would be the right additions to the team. We will not go into possible trade scenarios, but with all that trading capital and the potential of this team, OKC again is a desired destiny for any NBA player who wants to win.